Well, this broadcast of Golden Boy on Fox is brought to you by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina, and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. It is time for our main event. Two of the best prospects in the junior welterweight division, the unbeaten Frankie Gomez taking on the 28-1 Vernon Paris. Frankie Gomez, he has been dubbed the most dangerous prospect in the junior welterweight division, unbeaten. He says a victory tonight sets him up, Paulie, in his mind, for a world title shot.
Well, you know, it is the biggest step up of his career. Now, Frankie Gomez has been a guy who a lot of people have talked about in a very positive way. A blue-chip prospect, like we talked about at the top of the show. A guy, really a must-see kind of guy. A guy that people had high expectations of. Turned pro at just 18 years old, a couple of months after his 18th birthday, and has gone through the maturing process during his professional career. A lot of times you do your growing up during the amateurs, but Frankie got into some trouble outside the ring, and he's had to really do a lot of growing up and maturing, and it's kind of slowed down his progress. So despite being a pro for 4 years, he's finally getting his chance to step up now. Luckily for him, he's still young, 22 years old. There's still plenty of time in your career to do some things. But it's important that he now shows that maturity and poise tonight.
Had two heart-to-hearts, one with his mother, one with Oscar de la Hoya. There's Vernon Paris. He wants a world title shot as well. He's lost just once. That one loss to Zab Judah in 29 fights. He believes a win over Gomez not only revives his career, he says puts him on the elite fighter status and sets him up, he says, for a big-time fight. In a perfect world, he wants a fight with Adrian Broner.
Well, you know, speaking of issues outside the ring, again, another blue-chip kind of prospect. Vernon Paris, a guy who came out with a lot of hype, turned pro just a month after his 18th birthday. A young guy, had to go through his growing up stages and be a man, become a man while he was still a professional boxer. So despite being a pro for 8 years, he's still on the surge, on the way up, so to speak. At just 26 years old, though, he also has plenty of time. Very similar story to Gomez in that the issues outside of the ring have a lot of times have hampered his success inside the ring. Was almost left for dead in a few years back when he was shot back in 2006, 2007, around that time, Brian. You know the date better. But again, you know, it's important that he shows the poise and maturity in the growing process from the experiences that have happened outside the ring, because it's time for both of these guys to show that they can be the best now.
Yeah, certainly his experiences outside the ring are like a made-for-TV movie. Let's get to the tell of the tape, Paulie. Walk us through the numbers.
You'll see Paris is 4 years older, 26 years old, but really at this age, both guys are in their primes, both guys are young, and both guys will show that young enthusiasm of a fighter on the way up and show that hunger. Really, aside from that, there's nothing really that stands out. Similar weight, similar height, and similar reach. Both these guys, very quality guys. They should be at a more advanced level of their careers. Tonight, one of them will advance to another level in their career.
Both men are in the ring. Let's get the official introduction. Here's Joe Martinez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live on Fox Sports 1 and Fox Deportes from Fantasy Springs Resort Casino here in Indio, California. This is the main event of the evening. 10 rounds of boxing scheduled in the junior welterweight division. Presented by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions. And sponsored by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. And Golden Ram, your one stop for buying and selling computer RAM. Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, the Executive Officer Andy Foster, and Chairman John Frierson. The three judges scoring this bout at ringside on the 10-point must system. Carla Kais, Pat Connolly, and Max DeLuca. And when the bell rings, your referee in charge of the action, Dr. Lou Morad. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready, and the fighters are ready. Indio, make some noise if you are Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing blue trunks, trimmed in white, he weighed in officially 139 1/4 pounds. This 29-fight veteran brings an outstanding record that stands at 28 victories, only 1 defeat, 16 wins, coming by way of knockout from Brownsville, Florida. Here is Vernon Paris. And next his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears white trunks with blue trim, weighing in 140 pounds even. In 17 professional bouts, he is perfect with 17 victories, 13 knockout wins. He is the fighting pride of East Los Angeles, California, the undefeated Pitbull, Frankie. Referee once again in charge, Dr. Lou Moret with the final instruction.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm giving you instruction in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. And remember to listen to my commands. Touch glove, return to your corner, and await the bell. Good luck.
It is main event time. This one should be good. Two of the top prospects in the junior welterweight division. Two fighters, you see Frankie Gomez undefeated, who say they need this fight. And there's Vernon Paris, born in Florida, reared in the streets of Detroit, and his life outside the ring is like a made-for-TV movie. He's in the blue trunks, the white trim. Gomez in the all-white trunks, in the blue trim.
Boxing a lot of times changes people's lives, and it turns negatives into positives. Maybe turn the negativity in your life into a positive. And for both of these guys, it's really a chance for them to turn the negativity in their private lives into a positive. Hard to root for any of these guys tonight. It's a shame one of them's got advanced, but I look forward to a great fight because both of these guys are hungry.
Yeah, they both say they need the fight desperately. And we start with Paris. They're in the blue trunks. He was shot 3 times back in 2006. He still has bullets, a bullet lodged in his back and one in his thigh as Gomez comes right after him with a body shot.
Yeah, and literally left for dead. One of the bullets was in his head, and it's incredible how he lived through that. And then
a year later, he gets stabbed 7 times in an argument. Had a collapsed lung.
And he lived through that.
And lived through that, and here he is, fighting as Gomez comes right after him.
Gomez himself, a guy who a lot of people, look to for some promise and a promising prospect, high-level prospect, and got himself in some trouble in the streets as well. So really boxing giving these guys a second chance at life here. And they're not just guys who got in trouble and they just turned to boxing. They're actually skilled fighters. You see Gomez getting aggressive here.
Yeah, he sure did. Body shot. And here comes Paris with a right uppercut.
Gomez trying to live up to the nickname there, the Pitbull. He's getting there and got aggressive.
Gomez, one of those prize prospects for Golden Boy. He works out at the famous Wild Card Gym under the tutelage of Freddie Roach. Less than a minute left here in round 1.
So Gomez turning southpaw.
There's a left hook by Gomez.
So in fact, the right hand there, he threw the hook took. Gomez showing some different wrinkles in his style. It's important that Paris keeps Gomez busy in between those assaults. Gomez, you can see, likes to attack in big spots. He'll take his time, rest up, and kind of recharge, and then go on a big assault of throwing a bunch of power shots. It's important that Gomez keeps him busy in between those, so that Paris keeps him busy in between those, so that Gomez can't recharge.
Coming up on 10 seconds left here in round 1, and Gomez told us in our fighter meetings, thinks he can exploit Paris with the body shots, and that's what you've seen thus far here in the first round. Well, finally, we've gone for 1 round here tonight. Round 2 of our main event when we come back.
Summers.
Stop. Stop. Box.
Round 2 of the main event now. First time we're in round 2 tonight, Brian.
Vernon Paris in those blue trunks. Frankie Gomez in the white trunks. Vernon Paris lost his tooth in round 1.
Hazards of the sport.
How do you lose your tooth? The mouth guard.
Yeah, well, sometimes you gotta get a better mouth guard, I guess. And also goes to show you the power of
Body shots again here by Gomez. He continues to work the body of Paris.
Power of Frankie Gomez.
Tonight's CompuBox stats, they're brought to you by ThrowdownFantasy.com. Draft fighters track stats and win. More body shots as we go toe-to-toe here in the second round.
And that's the thing, Gomez does a very good job of picking his spots and bringing a vicious assault. It's up to Paris to try to offset that with some sharp counters inside or to keep him busy in these spots right now. You see how Gomez goes for a big assault and then he kind of goes back and recharges and catches his breath. It's up to Paris to be aggressive in these moments so that Gomez can be made uncomfortable during the recharge sessions that he has.
90 seconds left here in round 2.
Let him go. Let him go.
As Frankie Gomez continues to come forward, throwing the hooks.
See, it's a parrying jab by Paris. He's got to just get a little bit closer with the distance. He's just coming up a little shorter. Just if he does touch Gomez on the tail end of the punches. And I'm not sure if maybe it's a lack of confidence that's preventing Paris from getting just a little closer. And that lack of confidence is coming from having felt the power of Frankie Gomez. You see Paris gets in there with some body shots.
Yeah, Paris works the body of Gomez and hits him with a right hand.
Yeah,
we talked about the outside troubles that Paris had had. You know, Gomez was arrested a couple of years ago. Spent a couple of months in jail. He said he had to sit down with his mother and Oscar De La Hoya. His mother said, I only have one request. Please turn your life around and become a world champion. Oscar De La Hoya said, listen, I love you, but you got to stop.
Yeah, man.
And focus on boxing.
When it's your mom and a big name like Oscar De La Hoya, who's also your promoter, you know, these are people that really believe in Frankie Gomez. Again, he's a kid that had shown a lot of prospect. He's just a big future, so to speak. And you know, he's a guy that has to turn it around for his own sake.
When we come back, round 3 of our main event.
I'm Chantal.
Welcome back. Hey, take a look who's ringside. Eric Morales, future Hall of Famer, Paulie?
Yeah, I'd say so. Son has had a very quality career. Some very memorable fights during the career of Eric Morales, giving the fans a lot of passionate fights. Looks like he's been eating too. as have I, though. I'm not sure that I should be talking.
How about pump him up and then just hit him with a body shot? I love it.
I probably did at the same buffets, though.
Oh, you were no good. Vernon Paris now working the body of Frankie Gomez here. Round 3 of our main event from Indio. As these two are fighting in a phone booth.
Paris showing no fear when Gomez does get close and gets aggressive. It's not like he's withering away. He's trying to punch inside Gomez. There's a big assault from Gomez again. But again, it's the moments when Frankie stops that Paris has to make sure. Like right now is the moment where Paris has to pick up and make Frankie work. He's not scared when Frankie's attacking, but Frankie's getting the better of the action. So it's up to Paris right now to make sure during these breaks Gomez takes that he now takes the initiative. And he hasn't done that thus far in the fight. He's allowed Frankie to take those breaks.
And it seems like if you watch how Gomez has continued to come in with body shots with the hooks, and then he dips in, you see Paris trying to get him with that uppercut. He's got him once, but you can see he's trying to counter him with that uppercut as he comes in.
Maybe it's landed, but again, you can't just be looking for one thing. You know, you can't be one-dimensional in fights at this level because Gomez is a quality fighter. Obviously, Paris is a quality fighter, but it's important to show different wrinkles in your style and in your arsenal because just one thing is not going to work. And there he tried that catch and shoot.
Gomez continues. Come right at me. Hit him with a right uppercut.
You see, Paris is not scared to throw back when Gomez does get aggressive, but because Gomez is the initiating, there's more enthusiasm in his attack. It's up to Paris now to initiate between those attacks.
Minute left here in round 3. Some furious action here. Under a minute. There's a right hand by Vernon Paris. Now he goes to the body. Gomez right back with a 1-2 combination.
You know what it is? Sometimes the assault of a guy like Gomez is so vicious that when you do get a break, you're happy he's giving you the break, and you don't want to get back and initiate into it. But it's important to battle that, because mentally, you might not want to get in there, but you got to realize a guy like Gomez is catching his breath after throwing so many power shots.
10 seconds, 10 seconds.
Final seconds here. Round 3. Round 4 when we come back.
A lot of action in that last round, and here's some of that action as Gomez, again on those assaults, attacking Paris. There's a short uppercut as Paris also tried to return fire, but it's been Gomez with a little bit more of the initiative as Paris lands a good right uppercut there.
Yeah, there's that short right uppercut. We talked about in that last round, he's been trying to catch Gomez as he ducks in.
Again, it's important though, you follow something up with that. You know, Frankie, when he comes in and attacks, he's always got something to follow up with before he goes on those breaks. Paris can't be.
Oh, it's a left hook that drops Paris.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay?
And again, it's the follow-up to that assault. And Gomez is not satisfied with just throwing one shot at a time.
And Gomez comes right after him. Another left hook. Another big left hook by Gomez.
And Paris lucky there that he managed to catch some of that on the glove, or else it could have been bad news. Yeah, and Paris rolling nice and throwing that right uppercut, but you need to follow something up because Gomez, as you can see, follows
working
up.
the body.
Big body shots, Brian, like you said.
There's another left hook.
Oh, stop, stop. Box.
We are halfway through round 4. And Gomez coming right after Paris. And continuing to work the body. Body shots, digging to the body.
Body attack of Gomez has really been effective.
There's a short uppercut.
There's no excuse for that. Paris walks down Gomez to the ropes, but then Gomez is the one that gets off first. If you're going to walk your opponent down to the ropes, you got to make sure you're the one that gets off first. Continue to be aggressive. Gomez, good taking the initiative, even though he was on the defensive.
We are under a minute.
Don't measure, don't measure.
6-punch combination by Gomez. There's another left that buckles Paris.
Paris hurt. Paris hurt.
The pit bull is on the attack. Seconds now here in round 4. A round that Paris has gone down in.
Stop. Break. Okay, box.
Final 10 seconds. What a round.
10 seconds. Stop. Stop. Break. 10 seconds.
And we're going to have a 5th round here in this main event.
Time.
This is an action from the last round. Here's a knockdown again. A vicious assault by Gomez. It's the follow-up offense. And this is what I've been talking about. Gomez doing very well with the follow-up offense, not just settling for looking for that one shot. And it's really been a big difference in this fight.
The only loss Vernon Paris has suffered in his career came in March of 2012, nearly 2 years ago, against Zab Judah. He was stopped in the 9th round as Gomez continues his attack on him. Paris said that fight, Zab Judah not only hurt him physically, but mentally. He said he lost his love for the sport, had to find it again after that loss.
You know, a lot of times a loss like that, and you're outside the ring troubles, and also, you know, he hasn't had the greatest managers and promoters in his career as well, and they haven't kept him busy either, you know, all the time. So, you know, a lot of times you can get frustrated and disgruntled, especially a loss like that would be the last thing you need.
After that loss, he's won 2 straight fights, as Paulie pointed out, as he takes a left and a right hook. He had to change managers. He's been off for 14 months as he eats a left hook from Gomez.
Gomez doing a good job, even when he turns southpaw, manages to find some openings.
Gomez now going right after him. Frankie Gomez said, you will see the new Frankie Gomez tonight, and he's shown it thus far.
Yeah, and he looks in great shape, conditioning-wise, throwing a lot of punches. He's going back for his breaks, and Paris is allowing it, but you can't knock Frankie Gomez. You know, he's going to take the breaks when he needs them, and he's going to get back on the offensive.
Gomez trained 2.5 months for this fight as he eats a right uppercut from Paris. But he continues to dig to the body of Paris. Left hook to the jaw. And Paris just continues to walk forward.
Paris, a tough guy, walking Gomez down regardless of what comes his way, but he's got to figure out a way tactically to change this fight around, because heart only takes you so far if you don't have the right tactics. And right now, Gomez clearly getting the better of the action throughout in the fight.
Now this is Paris' time. A couple of body shots, then finishes it up with a right hand. How about Gomez? He just waved. Till Paris, come here.
Stop. Clean.
Yeah, Gomez feeling confident about now. He's got the knockdown in his favor. You know, he's getting the better of the action. But you gotta credit Paris. No quitting the guy. You know, he's still trying to figure out a plan, trying to figure out the way to win and turn his fight around.
There's a right to the body to cap the round.
I'm Chantal, and I've been working with Ford.
We are back. Our main event, Vernon Paris, you see there, taking on Frankie Gomez. Gomez undefeated. Paris just one loss. Here's the third member of our broadcast team. Here's Jessica Rosales. Jessica, what do you have?
So when Paris sat down, the first thing he said was, okay, I got you, coach, saying that they are on the same page. Right now, his confidence is fine, but they feel like they're giving Gomez a little bit too much confidence. They feel like they are behind on the scorecards, but right now they want Paris to work on his jabs, not backing up or getting against the rope, and definitely walking Gomez down.
All right, Jess, thank you very much.
Yeah, he's got the right approach as far as being aggressive, but he's got to find the right punch distance. At times, he's throwing out this pawing jab, but he's not following it up with anything to step in, or Gomez will step out and will leave Paris reaching a little bit. I see that a lot of times when Paris has to initiate the offense, he has a hard time finding the proper distance. And also Gomez changing stances to lefty and right, he doesn't help out either. But at times, when it's up to Paris to initiate the offense, he just, as you can see right there, he tried to work his way in, but he kind of got left out there. Gomez didn't get any punches off, but again, Paris not able to really get anything off from that distance. It's a matter of closing distance correctly.
Paris had a 14-month layoff because of promotional managerial issues as he eats a right hand. He even signed with Don King in 2011.
Yeah.
That relationship ended after a year.
Not too many guys end up happy with Don King these days.
Yeah. As he eats another right hook, and here comes Gomez.
Paris does a good job of rolling with a lot of the shots, but he's not getting off enough punches back. And Gomez may land cleanly, may land partially, but he's getting the better of the action. It's just a more consistent attack.
Frankie Gomez continues to work the body of Vernon Paris. We talked about Oscar De La Hoya had that sit-down heart-to-heart with him. Both these guys from East LA. They both share the same birth date. Oscar sees a lot of promise in Frankie Gomez, and you watching him for the first time, you see why.
Yeah, and right there, I just want to make a note. You see how Paris threw that nice 1-2, but then he fell in. He fell in as opposed to following it up. Why fall in and then take away your own punch distance? Like right there, Gomez did a good job of getting inside and smothering. But really, a few seconds ago when Paris threw that 1-2, why fall in and eliminate your chance of continuing to throw more offense? It's the little intangibles like that really made a difference in this fight, as Gomez managed to establish his distance better.
And it was the same thing that happened against Zab Judah a couple of years ago. As round 6 comes to a close here in our main event. taking on Vernon Paris the second time. Referees come to Paris's corner just to check on him, ask him if he was okay. He keeps telling them, I'm good. This is round 7. Oh, Gomez coming right after him. Gets him with a right hook. There's another shot to the body by Gomez. But again, Paris continues to come forward. Tough guy. Listen, when you've been shot 3 times, stabbed 7, that's a tough guy.
Yeah, he's still here to tell about it. So, he's not going to be scared of the fists, but a lot of times it's not a matter of not being scared. It's going to win you the fight. Again, right here, see that? He's got to find a way to close distance correctly. He just can't find the proper distance. Gomez returning fire nicely.
Yeah, short right uppercut there by Gomez.
A lot of times when Gomez lands, it's at that point of impact where he's able to get full weight on the shots. He's at a good distance. Paris not always able to find a good distance. He lands a pretty decent uppercut there.
Paris said he had won so many fights just on talent. Now he's got a new team with him. Residing in Atlanta to get away from the hard streets of Detroit. And he says he's more technical now. Haven't seen it quite yet.
And you can see the technical ability in Paris. It just has to come together, and closing distance from when you're watching home on your television screen, it looks a lot easier than it is. But these guys have gloves on, so you can't grab your opponent and close your distance in that way. You have to figure out how to close distance properly without walking into punches and, by landing your own punches. And it's not as easy as it looks sometimes.
Okay, all right, turn around.
A lot of times Paris coming up short, or he'll get in close distance and it'll be Gomez that smothers him. Gomez, on the other hand, a lot of the punches he lands are at a great distance. It's a great body shot there.
Those hooks, those right hooks continue to score.
And Paris at times does a good catch and shoot in there, but it's just one at a time. There's an example of it. They're just one at a time, and Gomez is the one following up.
Right hand, hooks. There's a right to the body by Gomez. These guys are going toe-to-toe here, both. Just letting the hands go here in the 7th round. There's a right hook. Overhand right by Paris. Gomez comes back with a right hook.
Paris has found that overhand right a couple times this round. There might be something to look into going forward for him.
Both exchange right hands to the body. Final seconds here this round.
10 seconds.
Right hand by Paris to cap the round.
Mixed martial arts.
Yeah, action for the last round. Gomez, both these guys throwing a lot of uppercuts this fight, and Gomez finding Paris with that little short uppercut there.
This is round 8 here of our main event. Vernon Paris in the blue trunks, Frankie Gomez in the all-white. We're watching 2 of the best-looking prospects here in that junior welterweight division. Gomez and Paris both exchanging some hooks. There's a couple of hooks to the body there by Gomez.
Paris no quit and no fear even. He fires back in there, but again, it's just a matter of the more consistent work, and it's been Gomez with the better work.
There's a couple of hooks to the body there by Gomez. Here's Jessica Rosales. Jessica, what do you have for us?
Gomez is following the game plan set by his team to the T. He's staying calm, relaxed, and taking his time. His corner told me his last few fights he would get caught up in the emotion of a good round, but now he's a more mature fighter, and it shows him how he's handling those emotions. They said even after he knocked down Paris, he had the same composure as all his other rounds tonight, and that for them is the key.
It's a great point, Brian. He showed a lot of poise for a 22-year-old tonight. A 10-rounder with the best career opponent he's faced thus far.
Yes.
A very, very mature performance by Frankie Gomez thus far.
And the fighter he is in the ring is totally different from the demeanor outside the ring. Very shy, very quiet demeanor outside the ring.
Yeah, when you look at him outside the ring, he's so shy and so soft-spoken. You wonder how this guy got into trouble to begin with.
Yeah. There's a couple of body shots by Paris, but here comes Gomez right back. Digging to the body of Paris. Paris shakes it off.
And again,
minute left in this round.
Oh, a lot of toughness by Paris, but again, he's got to be consistent. There's a good uppercut there, but where's the follow-up? And he's a follow-up here. And you see what happens when he follows up, he gets Gomez off him. You rarely have seen that tonight, though, from Vernon Paris, that he follows up his offense. But you saw an example of it right there, of what would happen if he would follow up his own offense, because Paris has enough talent on his own, too. It's just he's got to be have more belief in that offense. Gomez has clearly believed in his offense.
Both of these guys want that win. There's the overhand right by Gomez.
And some blood from the mouth of Gomez now from that assault from Paris.
And blood coming from the nose of Vernon Paris. Gomez says he wants a win because he wants a title shot within the next 12 months. Paris says, I used to fight for money. Now I fight because I want to be a world champion. I've turned my life around. 10 seconds left here in the 8th round. Ninth round when we come back.
Summers.
Welcome back. Who might these guys fight next? How about this guy? Mauricio Herrera sitting ringside, coming off that win against Johan Perez.
You see the action of the last round is Vernon Paris shaking off the offense of Gomez, but although last round he did come back with a good assault of his own, he's got to do more of that. Shaking him off is one thing, but you got to show him as well that you can attack back in a consistent and positive way.
Frankie Gomez has certainly dominated this fight with body shots. He's dropped Paris once. Vernon Paris has now got 2 rounds here to turn things around.
And again,
they exchange in the center of the ring.
You see the consistency of Paris has backed off Gomez, and then Gomez fights back.
We're going toe-to-toe here in the 9th. Right hand there by Gomez.
And Paris landing some really good left hooks and a good right hand by Paris as well.
Gomez letting the hands go. Right to the body. Left hook by Vernon Paris.
Okay? Well, come on.
4th time in this fight that the ref has asked Vernon Paris if he's okay.
And Paris looks like he got annoyed with him. Got to give a lot of respect to Vernon Paris tonight, too. You know, he may not come up on the winning end of this fight, but again, he's shown his mettle, shown he's a talented guy.
So what's next then if he doesn't win this
fight? He's just 26 years old, Brian, you know, so it's not like this is the end of the world to lose to a guy like Frankie Gomez, who, in my opinion, has a very good future, you know, so, and as you see the assault.
Here comes the punishment by Gomez.
Paris has shown spots where he's very capable of handling himself even against a world-class fighter like Gomez. You know, he's shown himself that he has world-class potential if he puts it together. So, you know, at 26 years old, just his 2nd loss of his career, you know, he's got 1 loss to Zab Judah, an ex-world champion. So, and he's not like he's losing to guys that, you know, are just run-of-the-mill guys. You know, the defeats are coming to good fighters.
Blood trickling down the face of Vernon Paris now under his right eye. As Gomez pounds him with 2 left hooks.
Clash of heads there.
Break.
"20 seconds now.
Nice jab from Gomez. We haven't seen a lot of it, but when he does use it.
3-punch combination by Gomez. Paris comes back with a jab.
Yeah, right there.
10 seconds.
Paris, be careful not to fall in on his offense. Got to make sure he keeps that distance.
The 10th and final round when we come back.
There's action from that 9th round as Gomez repeating the left hooks, finding space. You see Paris trying to return fire with the body shot. But again, although Paris has done some good work in this fight, the more consistent work has come from Frankie Gomez.
10th and final round here. Main event. Frankie Gomez taking on Vernon Paris. There's a left hook.
You see Gomez being very aggressive here.
There's another left hook.
Parrish got to watch his mouthpiece. Oh.
He eats a big left hook. Body shots there by Gomez.
Gomez really living up to that nickname tonight, that Pitbull nickname. He's been really aggressive. See Parrish again looking for that counter uppercut.
And again he pounds. Parrish up against the ropes. Right hooks to the body by Frankie Gomez.
And you see how Gomez uses his body to keep Parrish on the ropes when he wants to by pushing him back there. Oh.
Three-punch combination by Gomez.
Gomez being really creative with the combinations as well. Hooks, body shots.
Frankie Gomez has dominated this fight. Parrish connects with a right uppercut.
It's a good fight up the ladder for Frankie Gomez, though, because Vernon Parrish hasn't given an inch. He's made Frankie Gomez earn every second. But Gomez has obliged him.
Look at the hands go by Frankie Gomez as he tries to cap the show here in India. Final 10 seconds here of our main event.
10 seconds, 10 seconds.
And both guys letting their hands go here. Dominating performance by Frankie Gomez.
Way to go, Vernon Parrish. A hang tough there, man.
Yeah, Vernon Parrish took a lot of punishment, but he's kept coming forward. When we come back, the official decision. This is Golden Boy Live.
Are you confused?
All right, Don, Cole, thank you very much. Of course, this broadcast of Golden Boy on Fox brought to you by Corona Extra, La Cerveza Más Fina, and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. As we take a look here at the final punch stats, you can see Frankie Gomez landed twice as many punches, threw nearly 700 punches, and connected on 31% of those. A lot of those to the body, a lot of combinations. Frankie Gomez, an impressive performance here tonight. All right, let's get the judges' official decision. Here's Joe Martinez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, and all three agree 189. Your winner by unanimous decision and still undefeated, the Pitbull, Frankie Gomez.
So Frankie Gomez wins the unanimous decision. Now 18-0, 13 have come by knockout. He said this is the toughest opponent he has fought as a pro. He gets himself a big-time win, and in his mind, he wants to fight for a title. Let's go into the ring. Here's Paulie Malignaggi now with the winner.
I'm here with the winner, Frankie Gomez. Frankie, biggest step up on paper tonight, a dominant performance. What was the mindset going in?
I was just thinking I'm going to 10 rounds, so pace myself, work the body, and it turned out pretty good.
You managed to score a knockdown about midway through the fight, but you managed to keep your composure, managed to keep your poise. Was that something you guys worked on, not to get overexcited? Because at times you landed some great combinations, you scored knockdowns, but other times, me and Brian were talking on ringside, you showed a lot of poise, a lot of maturity.
Yeah, I didn't want to go in for the kill. I knew I have 10 rounds to go, so I had to pace myself. And I didn't look for the knockout, it was just there. It happened. He got dropped, and he got back up and finished the 10 rounds.
You know, a couple of years ago, you told us recently you spoke with your mom and Oscar De La Hoya. They had to give you a prep talk and really remind you of the things you're capable of. Tell us about that. You know, what's the mindset going here forward? You're just 22 years old, big future in front of you. What's the mindset?
Well, yeah, I mean, had some time off. I ran into some problems, but came back. That's the past, and I'm a little bit older now, a little bit wiser. So I'm thinking more of just boxing now.
Well, tell us about the future. Yeah, you know. Again, we talked about it, this was your biggest step up, but you won every round on all 3 scorecards. Very dominant performance against a very capable fighter. You know, Vernon was in a world title eliminator just a couple of years ago, but you managed to take every round from him and scored a knockdown in the process. So obviously you're not only maturing, but you're going up the ladder in terms of opposition. What do you look at next as far as possible opposition or any names you have or just what you have in mind, you and your team?
Oh, well, we had a hard training camp. I fought, I was fighting good people, so coming in here was like nothing, and I'll fight whoever, it doesn't matter anyway.
All right, Brian, back to you. Congratulations to the winner, Frankie Gomez, tonight.
All right, thank you, Paulie. Thank you, Frankie. What a performance for Frankie Gomez as he dropped Vernon Paris in the 4th round, but goes on and gets the unanimous decision. He remains undefeated. It has been a great night of fighting here in Indio, California. We had a couple of first-round knockouts, but our main event here went all 10 as Frankie Gomez gets the unanimous decision against Vernon Paris, his toughest challenge as a pro. For Jessica Rosales, Paulie Malignaggi, I'm Brian Custer. Fox Sports Live with Don Bell and Cole Wright continues after these messages.